Hi, everybody out there in the YouTube community. If you tuned into this channel, you tuned into this channel because you enjoy true critical thinking. Okay, as you can see, the title of the video is true. It's just an attention getter. I want to build this channel without throwing people's names in my titles to get views or subscribers, since I guess that's supposed to be part of the mission. I don't know that for 100%, but it seems to be that once you start making these videos, somehow that comes into play. But I wanted to discuss a few people on this network, so to speak, because even though, it is a network, whether you guys understand that or not, and it's, and I know you guys are a super intelligent group out here, so there's no need for me to go into that. But there's this intelligence issue within the black YouTube community where different group of guys are always feeling like they have to seem intellectually superior over each other. And I tend to have a little sticker with that. I don't like that, And for instance, there's this guy who goes on here. He's the Black Sun, and I truly respect this young man's intelligence. And he said there was this little other brother who picks on him, and he attacks this young man's intellect. And Akwesi 100 did the same thing, attacked this young man's intellect, and the kids, L.A. I like this young man, So what? He doesn't understand the King's English 100%. None of us do. There's so many rules, written and unwritten, that applies to English and how we're supposed to speak it correctly, and nobody speaks it better than the people in Europe. It's just my own personal opinion, and I ain't so sure they speaking it 100%, but we'll give them credit as the mother country of English. So that, squash that, because he doesn't, let's say, get the correct definition all the time. That doesn't mean the young man is not capable of speaking what's on his mind. You may not like how he projects it to this community. That's another thing I don't like. You guys encourage people, say, if you don't like my view, make your own video. So when the people make your video, then you down them for that. And that's somewhat classless to me, because I'm kind of moving into a direction. I'm starting with Tommy Sotomayor. Now, Tommy Sotomayor, I'm subscribed to him. Watch his content. Some I agree with, but what I don't like about the brother is he has a problem with somebody not agreeing with him. Listen, Tommy, that's what the comment section is down there for. It's not for you, whether you like it or not, or we're talking about YouTube is allowing these people to harass you. It's a comment section. Look, you talk about what they agreed to, what kind of principles they agreed to or whatever. You agreed to it too. And you agreed to the fact that you would allow people to comment on your video if you release it. And you don't have a right to tell people, if you don't like what I say, move on. Okay, they can still watch it. They can still comment on it, because that's what YouTube allows us to do. That's like me griping about I was listening to that show where L.A. and Philly Just made a point that I had to respect. Big ups again, brother. He said, and just like I plan to be, I don't give a damn what comment they leave in my section. My feelings ain't gonna get hurt, because this is the business we have chosen. I like that out of The Godfather. This is the business we have chosen, Tommy. So stop crying. when somebody doesn't agree with what you feel and they want to leave their comment. That's what I don't like about you chumps. Y'all want to block people because they don't cheer you up or big you up all the time. And I don't like how you slammed that sister who was your former producer. What, you woke up that morning, as you say, you couldn't slap all the bitch out of you that day? You threw that woman under the bus, putting that video about Tyrone, which I don't know that brother, but Tyrone, I got a little something to say to you about that too, sir. That woman was saying she wanted to help you. Now, I don't mind you allowing that guy Bone Picker to spew his fake nigga rage out on that woman, because that's all that was. He's going to attack that woman. Why don't you guys get some real balls? I appreciate what you do, Tyrone, when you attack the white racist ideology, but don't allow that man to attack that black woman like that, and you're trying to send a message to protect. That's not protection. No, we can't allow this kind of stuff and say we are men protecting sisters. You can't allow fake nigga rage, and that's all that was. And that man cursed that woman out like she didn't mean nothing. But that's the, and whoever want to issue a video, I ain't going to get mad. He can leave comments to me about what he don't like about what I said. I will answer, and I won't be afraid to give you the real answer on what you afraid of, sir. But once again, Tommy, talking about people being your fans. Get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody a fan of yours. What are you and talking about? You are a celebrity, sir. I don't. Where does that come from? I'm not a just because I'm subscribed to you or your worldviews. All that doesn't make me a fan of yours. Because let me break that down. A fan? Seriously? I'm no more a fan of you than I would be. Let's say I don't like. I'm getting into the NBA on this little point here. I'm certainly not a fan of the Detroit Pistons, and I'm not a fan of the Celtics because I'm a Laker man. And anybody's a Laker fan that says he's a fan of Detroit or he's a fan of the Celtics, he know that I will know he ain't no Laker fan. But I am not. I thought I was a Laker fan, but what I really discovered is I'm a fan of the NBA. That's what I'm a fan of. I started out watching national basketball when I was about 12 years old and became a fan, and then I became a Laker fan. So the point I'm trying to make to you, Tommy Sotomayor, with you talking about your fans and all this and how they can unsubscribe you, no, that's the wrong approach. Brother, these people are not a fan of yours. We are fans of YouTube. And that's where y'all got this thing twisted. We are fans of YouTube. We tune into the YouTube community, and then we catch all your videos. And if we like what the content you produce, we subscribe. But you got it all in your head that I'm a fan of yours because I put a comment that I don't like. Now I'm no longer a fan of yours. No, I was never a fan of yours. I just said you was just entertainment on YouTube, like watching the Celtics play the doggone Pistons. I'll watch that game, and I ain't going to pull for neither one. I'm just a fan of the NBA. And that's what you guys are missing. When people tune in, I ain't no fan of yours. Ain't nobody loving you like that. Man, you have illusions of grandeur. That's right, a celebrity. Okay, if you want to buy into that, that's cool with me. I ain't hating on you for that. You got all these 1,000 subscribers. I'm glad, but that don't mean they just fans of yours. They fans of YouTube, sir. Now let's get that. And now let's move on to the other brother. I was getting back to, because I jump around in my videos, but I'm telling you one thing. I might jump here and there, but I always could bring it all together. You know, what is that they say, the kids, young people, the Voltron or whoever it is, that's how my points are. But anyway, getting back to the brother, the black son, like I say, really intelligent young man. I enjoy how he talks about the content of his life, how he grew up in the military upbringing and all that. Man, that's some beautiful stuff, man. Keep telling your stories like that, and the information you share about through history Beautiful stuff. I love that stuff. You giving me some information that even I wasn't aware of, that I have to go and research now. And thank you for doing it, young man. But stop ragging on this kid about his inability to, let's say, deliver his commentary as brilliant as some of you other guys do. Stop that, because nobody's no smarter than anybody on this particular network. Because if we were, we'd be sitting in the White House too. So I don't, let that go. Let's stop dissing each other's intelligent level. That makes us look bad. And I don't agree with that. But hey, you may not agree with what I agree with, but that's where I'm saying. Now let's move to this brother, Akwesi 100. Now I want these other people to know. Now these people that I have named in this video, I want you to know I don't know how, as they say, to tag it. I don't know how I don't know if they're gonna get this message or not. I hope they do, but if they don't, the message is here for them to see. Maybe later on, I'm not gonna take it down. But this brother Akwesi 100, who does a powerful, I enjoy this brother's content, but. And he, golly, I don't know these people, but these are the names, like this young lady, Jeannie Burlesque. There are some people who support this sister, and I've seen a few of her videos. She didn't really grab me, but she's still a beautiful woman out there trying to do her thing on this thing, and that's what I watch the sister Sansa Ray. I can't name all you ladies, but trust me, I do watch y'all's video, and I enjoy the content, but I can't subscribe to everybody. Hell, I'll be watching videos all the time, and I got other things to do, But anyway, I watched, the Sharon Fitz, and, I've watched some of these ladies' stuff, and I think it's kind of cool. And Akwesi has gone in deeply on these people. And he has broken the wood grain team. I've learned about these people by him breaking by him breaking down his thoughts about their behavior. And he does a really good job where I've never seen anybody reply to any of his comments, because he will boldly profess that they can't do it anyway. And the thing that he seems to always can point out when he's discussing these people, well, how do they turn a blind eye to this behavior and that behavior, but they'll speak on this behavior and that behavior, and he's really good at it. But in the same time, Akwesi, I have an observation about you, sir. And that's because I've subscribed to your channel. Your likes appear on my channel, I guess, or whatever. My subscriptions, and I see where you tend to like a lot of David Carroll's videos, and you like his commentary. You even speak on him in your videos. And see, my problem with you is, now, you talk about how those people turn a blind eye to the negative activity within the YouTube community, but in the same breath, and you define it clearly as ratchet behavior. But you will turn a blind eye to David Carroll's ratchet behavior. I mean, now you're the man who ends his videos with, if you watch my videos, you tend to know that my videos in defense of people who think with logic and common sense. Well, I've never too much ever felt like you were flawed, but until I started I said, he's liking too much of this man's commentary, and he's speaking about it in his own videos, but yet he ignores this man's ratchetness. And my point in case is, how do you and people his fan base, how do you guys support this man who will hang a picture of one of the world's most iconic African-American figures upside down on his wall and not question him about that? And how do you go along with that and not say something about that? Isn't that just as damaging as the stuff you guys declare that the people in the black community do on World Star and to each other? Isn't that just as damaging to our psyche on a whole? This man takes our most prolific, iconic world figure who has lived within the era that we were alive in and a man who was assassinated for his cause. I'm getting emotional here, but I don't give a damn. The man who put his life on his line for us, that man, and this who had more courage in his dead pinky than that man has in his entire body. How dare you support that man and not speak on that ill behavior, Akwesi? Are you in that same group with him? Do you believe it do you believe this man is worthy of that kind of disrespect? I just want to know, how come you turn your blind eye to that? And I truly have tremendous respect for you, young man, but I'm just wondering why you never speak on that. And if you don't speak on it, if you don't feel the need to speak on it, I just want to wonder why. Do you support that? How is that positive for us? I'm just curious, young man, because you are, out of all these guys out here, I truly respect you the most. You truly are one of the ones who do true critical thinking too on this channel. That's why I've subscribed to you, but I'm not a fan of yours. I'm a fan of YouTube. I respect what you say. But I don't know, Brother Akwesi. Don't you just find something out of line with that logic? Don't you think that's not true common sense, sir? That's all I want to know. How do you support a man like that? That is a gutless, spineless man. That is the kind of man who, see, that's what I'm saying about you black conservatives. See, it's only black conservatives that'll say something like, yeah, if it wasn't for the African chief over in Africa, that he's the one that sold us into slavery. And I say, and let me tell you something, my people, the next time a black man says that to you, you look him straight in his eye and say, yeah, and he was a black man just like you. And that's all I want to say. I want you guys to stop this pretending like you so much smarter and brighter than anybody else because you understand the King's English better than other people. Let me tell you something. I got kids. One child couldn't grasp English that well. But that child who couldn't grasp English that well could pick up a math book and run through it like he was reading English. So stop this shitting on each other's mental stability. And you black conservative gentlemen that I've talked about on this channel, stop the mental segregation. Stop that. Just because you more intelligent and all that don't mean you better. You can't distance, there is no way you will be able to distance yourself completely from us. Your color ain't going to allow you to do that. And that's what you hate about yourself. And I don't know why that is. You want to think that's our fault? Look, you chose that color, whether you wanted to or not. You in it, and you might as well get in it to win it, like the kids used to say. Love and peace to everybody on this channel here. And like I say, you came to this channel because you wanted true critical thinking. I hope I did my best to give it to you. And something else, as y'all always know, I end my videos with, Try to stay on the high road, because the high road leads to happiness, and that's where the happy trails are. In the land of happiness, people. Peace.